Welcome back to PresCo. I'm the BiznessPres, and today we have the daily trend. Juicy details on the daily trend. Here we go. So we've got Bitcoin, got Ethereum, talking about XRP in the previous video. We got the we got the positions we were talking about that we bought up in the $1,000 portfolio. Still got some cash sitting on the side. Might spend some on Songbird. ADA looks like it's pretty low. And I have to figure out what I just lost so I can bring that up too. Looks like ADA, yep. Alright. Polkadot was on the list, as you can see, and Kusama is too. And it broke out of all-time highs. So if you're already holding Polkadot, or if you're wondering whether to sell it because we're at the top or not, good job holding on. It broke out. What we're looking for as traders is a pullback to the anywhere that's going to form a bottom, and then we'll buy in and we'll catch the next wave up. As hodlers, a bit late to buy now, guys. It was on the sidelines for a reason. We got in these positions because they're lower. All right, they're still down here. All right, they're still like around this area waiting to break out. So they're still, 50%, half your money to get to all-time highs. What happens if it breaks out? It's not an additional 20%. Look what this 50% actually turns into, nearly 100%. So that's why you want to get in the lows, compound your returns. When this thing breaks out, who knows where it could go. Let's just bring a little fib up. This won't be 100% accurate, but as you can see, we're going to pull back to this region here before we go up again to the 1618. And that's where I'd be taking profits from here. That's 25% away from here. All right, from the all-time high. That was a 50% swing. If you're holding down here, that's not 50%. That's not 100% anymore. That's 150, And now, if you're holding down here at the lows, that's a 3 to 4x, whereas these individual moves are smaller, except that one. But if you're accumulating back here, like I first bought my Polkadot here, not knowing what it was about to do. Oh my goodness, I held it all the way up, I held it all the way down. Bullish. Not recommending that. That's why I made the daily trend. I figured out everything I did wrong while I was losing my money. And so then I would know what to do right on the next one up, because I knew we were going to get the next one up. I knew we were going to get another one of these. All right. What did we lose? ADA. Charts. Load them up. See? No harm, no foul. And this is why ADA looks like an interesting position. We see this resistance line, and it's come down. Price broke down from the resistance line. You can also see it on the RSI. But what did the MACD do? It was just sitting in kind of the bearish territory. It dipped a little bit, but we got a buy signal. We got a buy signal in ADA. So if you were buying the other day with me, we could have potentially bought the bottom of this dip. And if it turns into the next ADA wave, then we could be sitting pretty. Could be sitting very pretty, because we broke out, we retested on the RSI. If we continue and get momentum, especially over the 50 and over the 60, we see some serious price appreciation for Cardano. And that's, again, 50% to the top. And if we break down again, then we've got some macro targets. Are we likely to hit them? It all just depends on how far into the positive territory here we can go with the MACD. Probably get rejected by that, but then price will be well above it. Same with the RSI. We might hit some resistance here, then again probably not. That's not a real resistance trend line. Also, that's the top. What we'll do, that's 86, that's pretty high. So if the RSI tops anywhere near that, we got a macro top, especially if we get kind of bearish divergence where we're not getting higher tops. This is these two peaks, so this move to this move, and then flattens out, and then it drops off. So that's why I use these indicators, because they actually tell a good macro picture very good macro picture for what's about to happen. You know, so that's Cardano, and I'm going to add extra 50 to the bags. Okay, so we've got XLM and ADA sitting at 100, which means we've got 200 left, and I want to put 50 on that for Songbird. I'll show you exactly why in a minute. SGB. In the previous video, I stated that I accumulated 1,000 Songbird to stake and delegate for juicy, juicy rewards. As a trader, would have been pretty upset at that. Having a 30% dump and not being able to capitalize on it. I wasn't concentrating, I wasn't paying attention, which is why the 1 hour, it's a little bit hard to read. Which is why if we zoom back to the 4 hour, the pictures make a lot more sense. Okay, this is where that free airdrop was. I bought everything down here and I've been in profits. I've been in the money the whole time. And this dump could be our next low. This is the ultimate low, that's why the big green support zone is there, and then that was our previous low. I think we're bottoming on our previous low. We're getting some kind of divergence, and we're about to get a cross up on the MACD. This could get rejected, and we can come straight down, in which case we'll probably test these lows one more time for another 25% dump. But I've probably bought all the Songbird I'm going to buy, and just stake it away for Songbird passive income. And NFT points and NFTs. I'm super excited. But this is pretty low. We're here on the 618. I've measured from the very bottom to the very top, and we seem to be bottoming on the 618 on the 4 hourly. We zoom back in on the 1 hourly, there we can see we've had a divergence, and we seem to be picking up a bit of a trend line, coming back to the neutral territory. So here's where we can see either flipping the moving averages into the bullish zone, or we might get another push lower. If we do get a push lower though, look, I'm expecting this to get bought heavily. You know, a 10% dip could end up just another wick before we move up. You know, back here, these wicks are huge, both up and downs, you know. And this is new, this is only a month old. But yeah, I've done enough about Songbird. Hedera hash graph. Hang on, let's go back to the start. Bitcoin's still bull flagging. Alright, Ethereum, it's got some serious momentum, man. It just seems to keep wanting to break out. We thought we were going to cross here on the MACD, but it's just bounced. It's bounced and sent us up. So Ethereum's in price discovery. If it comes back, this will be a support zone that it'll come back to. You know, especially as it keeps making a higher and higher and higher high. Where's the 618 going to be? About there. But it doesn't even look like it wants to pull back, you know. Ethereum's just killing it. Ethereum is killing it. And this is the lead signal for the altcoins. You know? So if it does pull back, I expect to bottom out here somewhere. But I don't expect it to happen anytime soon. Or maybe we're starting to double top on the, yeah, we're hitting a bit of resistance on the RSI, on the 60. Usually got that shrunk down to 60. Don't know what happened. 60-40. The reason shrink this down from 60-40 is when we're above the 60, we're extremely bullish. When we're below the 40, we're extremely bearish. When we're in the middle, we're ranging. Alright, you can go test it, back test it, whatever. I've done that. I know what it's like. Alright, that's why I do it like that. And when we hit the 75 level, Jupiter pendulum turns green. XRP, we're testing that breakout. It's looking good. Stellar XLM, you know, similar. We've hit the resistance, we're pulling back, but look, we're in the middle of the momentum zone. We could start the uptrend. So let's zoom in, let's see what it's saying. Yeah, we're on the 50, we seem to be doing a little bottom on the 50, you know, nothing to say it's going to move up just yet. But if it was going to bottom, it should make a double bottom and then flip this resistance zone. Seems to be what everything's doing. Everything but these ones, and that's why we're buying them. You know, VeChain has broken out. You know, tried to do it here, got that extra bounce, you know, so this could be XLM here. You know, you just don't know yet. But it seems to have broken out of this downtrend resistance. And when I first got into Bitcoin, and it started doing that, all the YouTubers were like, this is it, this started the bull run. Well, you know, like, why would it be any different this time, you know? It's VeChain, Zilliqa. Zilliqa again, broken out, come down, retested it. We seem to be getting some support. Look at that volume. Finally, CoinSpot gives me good volume. Let's full screen this, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, we got the 200, the macro, bull or bear market. You know, yeah, we're bearish under it, but the way I see it, there's bottoms under it. Or if we can buy anywhere near the bottom, even to get to the neckline, take our capital out, can ride the rest up. You know, we do this several times. So yeah, if something's already run up, like Polkadot, you can take your capital out, or a new position in Zilliqa, it does the same thing. You have a quick look around for anything else, you know what I mean? This juicy buy volume, and we're about to get across 221. Where is it? Like 221, 250, or even better. Yeah, we're about to get across. And look, the MACD's come above the neutral zone. The RSI's come above the neutral zone. Same thing as everything else. We've got this macro bearish. We broke out, we bull flagged, we made some bottom, and we seem to be breaking out of that again. Most things have continued up, not these things. That's why we're buying them on spot. So it's about to. Same with Chainlink. Chainlink's another one. Seems to be holding this trend line here on the daily. And what does it do? Forms a nice little W and bounces. Okay, we got the retest here. We got supported by the moving averages. It's just crossed up. Things look very bullish. Very bullish for Chainlink. No doubt it'd do the move like we think it will. All right, and Hedera hash graph. It's on this kind of, it could still come down a little bit more, but it's hinting that it doesn't want to. Okay, we've got support and resistance consolidation zone, and it's just making a daily trend. Like it's just making that daily uptrend. Yeah, so every time it pulls close to it, it seems to be a great buying opportunity, even for a range, you know, getting 10, 15, 20%. Now it seems like it actually wants to pick up. Like every single resistance trend line is being broken. You know, we got one there and then it breaks out. And we got one there and then it breaks out. And then we got one there and then it kind of takes its time, it gets rejected, but you know what? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4 tests on this support line. And if we zoom out, we're getting, you know, MACD's just stopped and it wants to turn around again, you know, like this is an interesting position to be in. And if we break out of this resistance like it looks like it wants to, then we can see some very bullish price action for very fundamental crypto moving forward. Hedera hasn't even come out yet, but it's got some big partners like Google, and it's going to tackle some big things like NFTs. This is one to watch. That's why we got a position in it. I could have had it down here. I didn't know what I was doing down here. And when I was looking to rebuy, didn't have a lot of money to play with. We were moving house, and moving house is expensive. If I had bought some juicy cryptos there, man, rode the first pump, reinvested, oh my goodness. But you know, there's all these opportunities coming up, like Songdo. So guys, that's all I have for today. Smash the like button, leave a comment if you want. If we're not watching your cryptos, let me know, man. I'll try them up. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks for your support. Appreciate it. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas. See you next time. The Daily Trend.